Every October, our students participate in a leadership program, with each grade level participating in different activities.
SWOW in 9th grade is a much more relaxed pace than in later years, but that's intentional. Our goal is really to introduce the ideas and concepts of leadership. We want these students to consciously notice things about the way they communicate, the way they interact. The movies we watch are fun, but they're chosen with specific themes in mind. The challenges they're given need to be solved creatively, so it gives them a chance to really listen to each other and think in new ways. They have to know when to step up and lead, but they also have to know when it's wiser to follow. While the different teams the students are divided into really develop their identity over the week, they all come together for the service project at the end of the week, and it shows them the power of collaboration. Freshman SWOW is really the jumping off point for the next 3 years, so it's really important to start them off in the right frame of mind.
The experiences lived in 10th grade SWOW are designed to foster leadership skills. One of the goals of the week is that students may form a better understanding of their role as stewards leaders as they see how their decision and behaviors have an impact in their environment. Students connect and engage with science content related to fresh water and its surroundings. Students deepen their relationships among their peers, and they also deepen their relationship with their environment.
Having finally arrived at the campsite after a long day of hiking, it's time to eat. We gather around the instructions as the light fades, as the student leaders discuss what needs to be done in order to make the meal. On CAJ's Wilderness Camp, students learn that the student objectives are not just theory. Either we work together as productive collaborators, or we don't eat. Being a faithful caretaker takes on a whole new meaning, as the student leaders discuss who gets a second serving of the evening meal. Student leaders need to be effective communicators as they ask, responsible learners as they listen, and discerning thinkers as they lead. Through growing proficiency in the CAJ student objectives, the students are experiencing real servant leadership.
The Atomic Bomb Museum opened my eyes to the destructive power that we can have as humans. Just to imagine waking up to all that I know completely obliterated with no trace of the place and the people I call home was so difficult. Despite how much I wanted to understand, there was still a sense of detachment. However, I realized that the fact that I was trying was the most important part, since part of serving the world for Christ is to be aware of the consequences of our actions.
This trip to Nagasaki gave me deep insight on early Christianity in Japan. The sites that we visited linked themes of martyrdom and Kakure Christian, of which we discussed during Japanese culture. Throughout this trip, I learned that what we know as Christianity today is something that we take for granted. I was challenged to reflect on my faith and was open to new perspectives of thankfulness and inspiration. I think that this trip was a great opportunity for us to learn more about Christianity and the meaning it holds for our generation of believers.
SWOW is just one more way that we get to prepare students to serve Japan and the world for Christ.